Morning guys, welcome back to the workshop. Thought I'd do another workshop video as opposed to another camp video. You know, we can't be out all the time. So, but what I thought I'd do today is try a few things out that I've not done before and maybe give you guys a few ideas and a little bit of confidence, you know, to try some things, because, you know, I still like to try stuff, even though I've got bits of kit that I've got. You know, you've seen on my previous workshop videos, I've got an okay setup, but I'm not a blacksmith. You know, I've not got an anvil, I've not got loads of different blacksmithing tools, but what I thought I'd do, I get a lot of pieces of bits and pieces of steel left over from knives, shards, or one, stuff like that, that, you know, they're not necessarily long enough to make another blade. We'll probably get a blade out of that, a thin carving slide or something out of that, but the majority of pieces, stuff like that, that's not, I mean, you can see that's not, I could maybe get a small folder out of it, but what I thought I'd have a go at doing, and like I say, I'm not a blacksmith, this is all trial and error. What I thought I'd have a go at doing is we'll fire up the gas forge and see if we can draw what blacksmiths call draw out. Maybe take that piece, clean it up with grinder a little bit, and maybe draw that out. I don't know how well it'll work. I don't know if it will work, but we'll see. We can but try. If it ends up, you know, getting chucked in bins, it's scrap. It's a piece of scrap steel anyway, so it doesn't really matter, you know. But you've got to try these things, haven't you? So what I thought I'd do with it is try and make a flint striker, like a classic looking blacksmith's sort of flint striker. So we'll see. I've not had much success using this type of steel. I made a flint striker recently, and it didn't give the good sparks as something like an old file. You know, I've done some sort of tablet style flint strikers that you've probably seen from old files, and they give fantastic sparks. But I've not had much success with this type of steel giving good sparks yet. So it'll give a spark, but not as good as the old files. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set a few bits of kit up. I've got a piece of steel pipe there that I'm going to use as that's going to be like the horn of my anvil, what they call a horn on an anvil, sort of for forming curves, for hammering over curves. So that's going to be, I'm going to set that up in my record vise. And that's going to be my sort of my horn. And what I'm going to use for my anvil is I'm going to set this sledgehammer up in my workmate, my Black & Decker workmate. Other brands are available. I set that up, and that's going to be my anvil. It's not, you know, it's not great. It's not, but I know it's flat, and I know it's solid, so it's going to take the strike from the other hammer. So that's going to be my anvil. So what I'm trying to point out to you is, I'm trying to say to you is, you don't need to run out and spend a load of money on an anvil and think, oh well, I ain't got an anvil, I can't really start blacksmith, and I ain't got this, I can't really start blacksmith, and I ain't got that. I ain't got it either. Yes, I've got a gas forge, but you can build a gas forge quite simply. If you've got a cheap propane torch and get some fire bricks, you can build yourself a little gas forge big enough to start having a go. You don't have to spend hundreds and hundreds of pounds worth of kit. So I'm going to get this set up, get the other bits and pieces set up, get the gas forge set up, and we'll just have a play, see where we go with it. It might work, it might not, but that's what half of these videos are all about. So stay with me, guys. Okay then, here we have it. My first ever flint striker. Well, first ever traditional style flint striker. I suppose you'd call that a shepherd's crook style. As you can see from the video, it wasn't easy as I expected it to be, simply because I wasn't using the proper tools. My camera kept shutting down because of the heat from the forge. But a definite advantage would be definitely going to look into getting some proper blacksmith's tongs, because using the vice grips was really tricky and really awkward. And also an anvil would be a great advantage, just for stability. You can see from some of the video I managed to get without the camera shutting down that the sledgehammer worked, but because I'm on a wooden floor as well, it tended to be dancing about a bit, so I wasn't getting a good solid strike. It was bouncing about, but we did it and it's there. The only thing left to do is to see if it strikes. So the moment of truth, to see whether it's a keeper or whether it goes in the bin. So here goes. Well, it works. So I found out that the 01 carbon steel scraps that I've got, if I heat treat them right, will throw a good spark. Sorry, my camera keeps shutting down. It's still pretty hot in here, and it doesn't like being anywhere near the forge. It just keeps closing itself down. But yeah, we've got sparks. We've got good sparks. I would say that is a 100% success. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but for my first attempt, I don't think that's bad at all. I might just tidy these corners up a little bit, but apart from that, I'm pretty pleased with that. Okay guys, well that's it from me for this week. Stay tuned for more camping videos. Stay tuned for more blacksmithing videos, because I think I will take this a little bit further. Maybe invest in a little bit of kit. Maybe I'll take you along with me to hunt down an anvil. You never know. So look after yourselves and look after each other. And this is Uncle Beard saying, I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.